Okay, so welcome to week number 4. Welcome to the week 4 mission. And this week we're going to talk about storytelling, okay? We're going to talk about unlocking the power of your mind using fucking storytelling. You know, one of the goals in the Fuckboy Frame, the reason why I created it, was to teach you, teach guys how to be the kind of guy that knows how to emotionally connect with a woman and really tap into a woman's emotions and have her interact with you through emotion instead of value. Because again, most guys, we talked about this in the core curriculum, most guys are interacting with girls with very surface level emotions. It's kind of like, how are you? Let me find out information about you. Let me find out commonalities about you and then see how I can relate to you. Right? Most guys don't talk about themselves. They don't talk about things that are going to have the girl really emotionally invest and emotionally want you to be there. Because most guys simply don't go deep into stories. Today, it's actually funny. I was doing a coaching session earlier with a friend of mine, and I was kind of giving him some tips about the way he communicates with girls. And even though this guy's relatively confident with women, kind of the way, and I've had other students like this as well. One of my night game students that I recently coached also is struggling with this. What happens is both of these guys, they'll talk to girls and the girl likes them and she appreciates the confidence, but what they're communicating when they're speaking to the girl is not very emotional because the girl doesn't know who they are, right? So they'll come up and they'll say, you know, hey, what's up? I like the way you look. I wanted to come say hi. And the girl's like, hey, wanted to meet you. I'm happy that you came up to me and said hi to me. And then it's kind of like, what do you do? Tell me more about you. Then the girl will give information and they'll be like, oh, cool, I don't do that, or I do that. And it's all about the girl. Versus maybe even telling a story about themselves that causes the girl to be like, wow, this guy actually has fucking depth to him instead of just confidence, right? Because confidence is surface level. Having confidence is cool and you'll get a pat on the back. But actually having depth and actually having intent and deep emotions behind what you say is something that a lot of guys don't hit. So in this video, I'm going to teach you, or not even teach you, I'm going to give you the exercise for how you can begin to practice to be emotional when you communicate with women, okay? And your exercise this week is storytelling, emotional storytelling. This is going to be a bit of a tough one, but you can get a wing, tap a wing, and have him join you with it, okay? So what I want you to do is when you go out 10 times, there's 2 parts to this exercise. 10 times, and the goal is to become a guy who can emotionally connect with a woman by telling stories and by engaging women through stories and through expressing himself. So what you're going to do is 10 times, your first 10 approaches, you are going to share a story with a girl about something that is made up. Now this may be a little hard and you can rehearse it with your wing if you want beforehand. Rehearse it with the guy that you go out with and approach women with. But you're going to go out and you're going to tell 10 girls a story. Okay? Or if you're taking a girl home and you happen to be the first one, don't say, I can't get laid, I have to go do 10 stories. But, you know, the girls you approach start off with stories. You're going to make up a story about a certain topic. You could make up a story about a fucking duck. You can make up a story about a car. You can make up a story about anything you want, but you're going to tell 10 stories to 10 different girls and 10 interactions. You could either do it with your wing or solo, but you go out and you engage girls on these stories. And what I want you to do is I want you to see how the story relates to her. So let's say you told a story about you traveling to Dubai and you got kidnapped by a drug lord in Dubai. You make that story up and you tell it, you fucking engage. You get your body into it. You're like, I was in Dubai and I was there with my fucking family. It was when I was only 15 and I ran away because, you know, I wanted to go out and have fun. So I went and I found this fucking Lamborghini. I actually stole it, believe it or not, but it happened to be owned by a drug dealer. And wasn't good. We went back to, I didn't know he was a drug dealer at the time. He was just like, dude, let's fucking race. And I'm kind of bullshitting now, but you see, I'm going down this narrative. I'm telling a random ass story about me being in Dubai and meeting a drug dealer. And then what I would say is I'd be like, yeah, do you travel at all? Have you like had crazy stories like that as well? And I'll kind of make something up like that, right? Or I'll tell a story, you know, having to do with, I can talk about anything I fucking want, but I'm telling a story. Practice storytelling with your wing beforehand, and then go out and apply it and tell a story to women and see how they relate to it and ask how that girl relates to it. Because you want the interaction to be about you and you want to emotionally connect with the woman. You don't want it to be like, here's more value. Here's me finding out about you and finding similarities. Oh, we have this in common. We have that in common. After a while, that doesn't cut it. The girl's like, okay, every single guy wants to find commonalities with me. I get it. I go to the gym. He goes to the gym too. I play music. Oh, he likes music too. Everyone likes music, right? But so you want to become the guy that can emotionally connect with the girl through telling stories, okay? And the second part of this exercise is you're going to do this 5 times. What I want you to do is I want you to tell a true story. You're going to tell a true story about you. Right, a true story about you and something that's happened to you, and you're going to see how girls relate to that. So much of the same thing, but it's going to be a true story about who you are and something you've experienced, and you're going to go and tell it to girls, and you're going to see how girls relate to it, and you're going to do that 5 times. And you can keep doing this as much as you want, but I really want you to get into the storytelling vibe and the storytelling mode. I want you to actually share of yourself and be the kind of guy that can connect with a girl emotionally instead of just, value, and surface level basic emotions where the girl doesn't actually give a shit about what you're talking about, okay? So that is your mission for week number 4. It's a little harder to do, but I think you can fucking crush it and you can make some shit happen. We will be back in week number 5. Good luck with it. Crush it. And again, if you need to learn more about, how to present yourself in verbals and things like that, refer back to the core curriculum, because there's always that resource there to help you go through your weekends and your nights out and your days out. Okay? Talk to you guys next week.